Happy holidays and Feliz Navidad to all of you at Summit Anti-Racist Church. This is Greear 5000. You may remember me as the new normal AI incarnation of JD Greear. I'm here with a PSA today about worshiping safely during this winter holiday. Christmas is a time when even the unsaved are more likely to visit our church. What a wonderful evangelistic opportunity the Christmas season holds. And even through multiple pandemic flus of the last century, even through the H1N1 scare, churches remained open, believers gathered, and one and all were welcome. We only asked you to stay home if you were sick. But in 2020, it turns out that this is just no longer feasible. In the interest of modeling our church after our crumbling society, we continue to adopt the more popular strategy of quarantining the healthy, ending all normal human interactions, and then freaking out and doubling down on the same useless protocols when it turns out that a certain amount of the human population will end up contracting respiratory pathogens no matter how much cloth we strap to your heads. I know that you wish that the church would stop taking its cues from the world, that we'd stop forcing the flat earth, anti-humanity, COVID superstitions on those who would just want to come and freely worship. But Romans 13 commands that we pay homage to the lies and hype that are being recycled at a fever pitch right now by the prophets of panic. So here are some new protocols that we are annihilating our ministries with to ensure that we minimize all God-ordained human connection while maximizing the big pharma worldview that humans are nothing more but vats of germs that should be kept in perpetual isolation until Bill Gates can ensure your enslavement, your immunity. Compulsory masking will continue to be required at all church functions, despite the mountains of evidence we have that universal masking is useless in reducing transmission of COVID-19. Remember, if your mask can't filter out the smell of cigarette smoke, it certainly can't filter out COVID-19 aerosols, which are far, far smaller than smoke particles. Now, I know we've still got a few conspiracy theorists in the church congregation. Please don't send me poppycock like the long-suppressed Danish mask study that proves no correlation between mask use and reduced transmission of COVID-19. Don't quote me fiddle-faddle like that scientific study in the New England Journal of Medicine in November, where the diligent mask-wearing group of Marines actually contracted more COVID than the maskless control group of Marines. Never question the talisman. In fact, we're going further than ever. Due to the uptick in cases, we are actually going to add to our mask mandate by requiring eye goggles, earplugs, and dunce caps to help you better love your neighbor. What church Christmas program would be complete without some festive refreshments? It's always a great excuse for fellowship after the cantata. But this year, due to COVID-19, we will be operating as though the nation's entire food supply was harvested from a salmonella mine and continue to ban any and all forms of fellowship over food, even the Lord's Supper. I'm sure you remember the verse after "do this in remembrance of me" that qualifies that statement with, "unless a respiratory virus arrives with an infection fatality rate that's far, far below 1%, and then by all means save yourselves and abandon all fellowship over food." Now, due to our governor's COVID decrees, we have a limited number of seats available for the unchurched. But that's okay, we can still comply with all of these reduced capacity restrictions and offer the gospel to up to 12 visitors for Christmas. I think you'll agree that's a perfectly sensible use of our enormous sanctuary that was safe for exponentially more people before unscience demanded our allegiance. Hey, 12 is better than 0, right? Hang in there, folks, it's all worth it. Look how many have been won to Christ by how closely we've mimicked the world this year. What a powerful witness. You'll inevitably test positive under the current regime of panic, but in the meantime, you can face months, even years, without hugging your friends, without seeing their smiles, or without even being able to breathe clearly. and that's sure to get you into the Christmas spirit. This is Greear 5000 signing off and reminding you to remember the reason for the season. Wearing a mask is loving your neighbor. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. All hail Big Tech's ministry of truth.